Welcome to Pullman, Washington, Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Washington State Cougars. 48 Sports College Football. And the Rockets will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Cougars' return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete, out of the backfield. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So Toledo's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody
He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Rockets! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Finds his man. It's Parker. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Washington State ready to go with another 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Quick quickly to the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. On the run, fires downfield. He caught it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. After taking it, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
On to attempt to try. And it's perfect. An 84-yard drive there, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Gleason. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. It'll be a draw. Discards a man. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. That's reeled in. It's Newton. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Stevens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking for a deep man. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there, almost had it in his grasp. They keep attacking through the air. He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
The Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Finds his man. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Gleason. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Toledo!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 11 over Fresno State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on second down. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. It is perfect. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
Washington State ready to boot it away to start the third quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. He's looking to throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. This offense has a second down play. Looking for a man. It's Gleason. Pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
And the Rockets will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Quick completion to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The give to the tailback. Nice move to keep running. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Got his man on the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field. With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal coming up.
Brings up second and goal.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Cougars! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. On the ground, it's Stewart. Powers through the defender.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Ball in the air, intercepted! He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They want that clock to run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Quickly out to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Newton.
And it was the defense that got this started, right? They were the ones who got the stop, forced the punt, gave it back to the offense, who now just picked up a nice completion. You win as a team, but give the defense credit for getting this thing going.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Dropping back, it's Gleason. Working that left side. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For